Hello, let's do Wordle for Saturday, October 25th. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit of a change up. We'll see how it goes. So I will be spinning this wheel to see what my starting word is, but after the solve, I'll spin the wheel again for tomorrow's starting word. So that way, if you would like to play tomorrow's game with the same starting word as me, you will know ahead of time what that will be. All right, and it does mean that I do need to start obscuring in my thumbnails what the result of the first word was, though. So my thumbs are going to have to change a little bit. All right, cool. Well, let's give this a spin and see what our starting word is. All right, loves, suggested by Tyson. Let's do it. Loves. All right, just an E, not fourth. Don't have to worry about ER. E's love to be at the end, so let's try that. Common letters, R, T, N are the big ones. We want to end it in E. Using an A would be great. Is there like a R-A-N-E or R-A-T-E? Great would be fine. Great, like we're grating cheese. We can also do great like this if we wanted to, but I want to try the E at the end. So let's do it. Great. Ooh, that G is very lucky. All right, G and then A and then something at the end because I don't think we're ending in A-E. So what does that? Oh, that's interesting. I don't think gadge is a word, is it? I'm trying to think what else we can do here. Is it end in IE? Like is the gamey a word with an IE, or it doesn't feel like it would be. UE? Gauge? Well, we could do gauge like, yeah, gauge is spelled this way, and that actually works, double G. Nice. I feel like that might have been the only word left. All right, let me know how you did. Let's spin the wheel again and see what we're going to start with tomorrow. All right, tomorrow's start will be Sonalita's suggestion of gravy. So if you'd like to try to match my solve, then start with gravy tomorrow. Let me write that down. Gravy. All right. Cool. Well, let's see what the bot says. So our answer was, to pull it up for reference, our answer was gauge. And we started with loves in hard mode. Oh, beard would have been the best follow-up. That's interesting. The B and the D instead of trying to get like T's and stuff. Who knows why? I went with great. Is that in the list? Nope. We're stuck. All right, but it worked out. Oh, there were 3 words left. Gaff, gauge, and gauze. Ah, gauge and gauze. Yeah, gaff is interesting. Yeah, I think has gaff been the answer? I seem to remember having comments about that. But anyway, I won in 1 and 3, I guess. The bot would do beard, and then cheat, and then gauge or gauze. All right. Let's look at its start of tails. Cadre, that's a fun one. And then gauze is actually better than gauge. Who knew that the Z would be better than doubling up the G? Very interesting. I guess there must be another Z word. Maze. Yeah, so that gets you maze. That's why it's slightly better. But then it wasn't the answer, so gauge was the answer, so it would have been better. I wonder if steel will be the same. Probably not. 2 yellows. We're going to go with raged, which is a hard mode filler that gets us the answer next, gauge or gauze. Okay, so it probably goes this, but it could do this and then get it in 4. So 3 or 4 for steel. All right, we can look at a due. Oh, 3 vowels is interesting. We're going to go with saute. And then gauge or gauze again. We're always going to have that choice. Audio might be similar. Talus. And then gauge or gauze again. And then we've got trace, which tries to get it in 2. Angle, gauge or gauze. Okay, gets in 3 or 4. And then finally, place is what the official bot starts with. All right, barge, gauge or mange. So 3 or 4 for that. But gauze, not. Oh, because we get the G 3rd. Okay, or 4th. We get that green G 4th. All right, well, let's check with the official bot, see how people did today. Bot. 95 skill, 63 luck, 3 steps. Average is 4.2, so I did very well compared to average. Great was a great choice. Narrowed it down to Gauss, Gauge, Gaff. All right, and then I won a 1 and 3, so that's a 83% luck. I don't know what their luck calculation is. It would go place, raise, Gauss, Gauge. That's very different than place, barge. Very interesting. Feels like a more typical guess because it gets those common letters. But it's interesting that it goes for Gauss before Gauge. Maybe it just prefers not doing double letters. All right, how many people? We don't get the number of people who started with Gauss today. Unfortunately, you can't just show more. I don't know why it chooses to show some of these and not all of them. It's weird. Like, why stop at 16 and then show 38, 58, and 62? And then why have 9? Like, why have this just filtered there? So 97.4% solve rate. That's pretty low. I was expecting higher. A lot of people losing on Gauss and Gaff. Gauge with a J. Vague. Why is this accepted? Wow. Gammy. Badge. All right. I mean, we got a 2.6% failure rate. All right, cool. Well, don't forget to start with Gravy tomorrow. And if you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I made today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.